Hey, spiritual superstars. Hey, hey, hey. So you can just start asking questions. I am here to answer you and just help you with your twin flame connection, your soulmate bonds. So we're going to keep this short because tomorrow my twin flame and I will be in our private Facebook group, Spiritual Guidance Academy, answering questions, sharing. He has so many questions that came from all of you that he's going to answer. So that's going to be interesting. That's going to be fun. And I don't want you to miss it. So make sure you're over there. Let me definitely give you, the link. Make sure you have it. Go. There's the link. So twin flame is the highest octave of your soulmate connection. And your soulmate bonds they can be romantic. They don't have to be romantic. You can be soulmates with your children, your coworkers, the lady at the grocery store. You can be soulmates with your car mechanic, with a teacher, with the baker. But you are not twin flames with everyone, and you don't have that romantic soulmate connection with everyone either. So the soulmate bond is a beautiful thing, and so is the twin flame energy, but they all pack invaluable lessons with that connection. And what we have found is that when you're manifesting that twin flame love, considering that you are manifesting it in the third dimension is super important. Super important, because in this third dimension that we call life, we have other relationships. We have dislikes and likes. We have wants. We have requirements for relationship. We have values. We have standards. Some people are married. Some people are childless and medically unable to have children, or believe they have been told they can't, and the other one may want children. Excuse me. There are so many different scenarios, and we have to consider geographical locations too. But a lot of the connections that end up happening, I believe, are packed with these third dimensional dilemmas or situations that I don't think people always consider when you're manifesting that twin flame connection or that soulmate bond. I can share with you really quick how it happened for us and answer any questions that you have outside of giving a reading. Cindy, I certainly would love to help you with that question. If you want to look into getting a reading while we have our special up at spiritualguidanceacademy.com, I'm happy to do that. And thank you for asking. So when we were about 12, we were in middle school, and Spirit told me to not take the city bus, or not to walk, but to take, or not to take the school bus, not to walk. And I knew then how to follow my spiritual guidance. And so I listened, and I went across the street, and I'll try to keep this a little short. I went across the street, and that's how my twin flame met me. He saw me, I saw him, he came and talked. The next day, after I saw him go by on his school bus, he saw me again and came over and said, I'll let him tell you what he said tomorrow in our Facebook group. I'll let him tell you himself. But I knew at that moment that this was so different. It was love at first sight. So when you feel that pull, it's real. And it's unlike any other connection that you have felt. It will blow your mind. And you think about this person all the time. You feel their energy all the time. And you feel like you just reunited with a part of yourself that really did make you complete. And it's confusing because you can reason love, you can settle for love that's physical or that is logical. Like, say you know someone and maybe you work at the same place, or you've got 5 things in common, and you just say, well, okay, maybe we should be in a relationship. We're attracted to each other, and there's these different things that line up. Okay, but you don't quite feel this pull of each other's energy. And it certainly is just like that. Because when you're not near each other, when there's distance like that, you still feel that pull. So God told me that I would have his son, we would get married, we would have 2 kids, and I would name our son him as a junior. And the very next day, he broke up with me. We didn't know how to date. We didn't know relationship. We were kids. The most we did was hold hands. He walked me home, and he broke up with me. And he was told we couldn't date. I didn't tell my parents anything. His parents found out because I bought him a necklace, and they saw that, and I was the first girl that ever bought him a gift. And they were like, oh no, nah, cut it off, cut it off. You're too young to date. And I said, but I got to tell you what God told me last night. And so I told him that. And it was heartbreaking. We were crushed. Well, that feeling never went away. Through the years, never went away. I would feel his energy if I was at a friend's house, if I was on a certain side of town, if I was at an event, a game, basketball game, football game, whatever. Meet my mother at a school. Both of our mothers were teachers. And come to find out through the years, we were minutes, within feet, streets over from each other. We were so side by side and feeling that same energetic pull for like 20 years. He was looking for me. I wasn't looking for him. And I believe that then he asked me when we reunited, he asked me, why didn't you ever look for me? And I said, I didn't know to look for you until I knew I was in alignment with the fact that he was looking for me. Until I felt a shift happen in my life, I realized, wait a minute, because I started saying his name, I started calling out to him. So we're going to share a little bit more about it and everything, but when I tell you that that pull is very real, it's very real and it's very scary, but you have to know how to navigate relationship in the third dimension, because often we go in emotional and we make decisions based on emotion, and that doesn't work. When it's spiritual love, that energy is there, but you have to take into account that the dynamics of relationship life are logical, they are reasonable, and they are spiritual. So there's a lot more to consider. I hope that that makes sense. I know it's kind of all over the place, but I will tell you that when it came to the point of reuniting, I began hearing my spiritual guidance, and God was telling me, this is about to happen. So there are signs that you're going to pay attention to that are going to come to you very specifically to tell you your twin flame reunion is getting ready to manifest. So I one day looked at my daughter and I said, it's time for you to have a baby brother. And because that was the message that I kept getting from the Most High. And immediately I started receiving the same pull very strongly that I remember being attached to my twin flame. And at the time, I just knew he was my true love. I didn't know twin flame. I didn't know the the meaning. I didn't know any. I just knew that this is what true love must feel like. And I was waking up thinking of him. He would come to me in my sleep. In my dreams, he would wake me up. When I say he would wake me up, I mean literally. I would wake up shouting his name and seeing his face. Literally. And at that time, coming to find out that he was so strongly intent on reuniting with me, he was doing that. He was focused on me. He was wondering what's going on with her. Where is she? He was praying to God about me. He was asking God about me. He was all these things. Intent. His energy was intent on me. His intentions were on reuniting with me. And that at that time, my intentions were intent on that too. So we were like this. Before that, he was like this, and I was like this, all over the place. he was intent on just focused. Boom, I was doing all this in my life. So once I tapped into his energy and let him tap into mine, my energy stopped and boom, it was like, okay, wait a minute. And I started feeling his energy pull me. I'm dreaming about him, I'm hearing him, I'm seeing him, all these things, and we're facing each other now. And we still hadn't reunited, but the pull between us was that strong that I began to direct my life in a way that was to manifest our reunion. And here's the thing, I was really divorced from the how. There were certain things that I did out of following my spiritual guidance that definitely helped us manifest our reunion. So when you feel that pull, you'll feel it through your sleep, you'll feel it during the day. When it gets ready to happen, it will be so strong in you that it'll freak you out. It'll be kind of scary. And then it'll feel just right. It's a matter of going with the flow, with the universe, and paying attention to your spiritual guidance. I paid straight attention, and there wasn't a question. And so I'm big on talking to God, talk to the Most High, ask those questions. But tomorrow, like I said, we're going to go through some steps, exactly what we did. We're going to share as much as we can. And then get ready because we're going to have another Twin Flame workshop. And that's where we're going to be able to really help you step by step by step by step and learn how to go through the different relationship issues that pop up. Because just as, like Cindy, you're asking, is Jason my soulmate? That's what Cindy is asked. Is Jason her soulmate? We're going to go through different questions that you have to ask yourself so that you know without a shadow of a doubt, is this person your soulmate or your twin flame? And like I said, I can definitely give you a reading and tell you that like that. But I also really, really want you all to learn what questions to ask the Most High, how to hear from the Most High so that you know exactly what the answer is to the questions you have on your soul, because that's how Spirit blesses us. Spirit definitely talks to us. And I believe that some of the things that we ask in prayer need to stay in secret. I believe that some things we ask in prayer need to stay private. And we all have a private, personal relationship with the Most High. If that makes sense, hit the thumbs up button for me, please. If that makes sense, because not all the time do you want to go through a third party and seek validation for some of the things that you have up in prayer. God will tell you, definitely show you. And I ended up giving birth to our son. And I named him his junior like God told me to do when we were 12. When God said that, and We have two. We have more children. He has more children than my two. But where we're at right now is exactly what Spirit told me was going to happen. We would have two children and we would be together, and my son would be named after him. And so it's incredible. It's amazing. It's a so the things that you want to work through are real life situations that you don't want to run from. And I ran. He did his amount of running too, but I definitely ran. And so some of the things that we're going to teach is how to handle the emotional intensity of a twin flame union and how to go through that without running, and what strategies to use, what methods to use, what tools such as verbiage, body language, working on your patience, because some things you're not going to say, some things you're going to feel, you're going to know intuitively, you're going to speak to each other telepathically. Some things you're going to know psychically. You're already spiritually connected. You're intertwined. So there's some navigating there that require a delicate touch. I think some people are misguided though, and that is upsetting. It makes me feel really sad because I know a lot of people are out here for money. We're in business, creators are usually in business on social media. And I'm a coach. We're in business to serve and to provide value to our spiritual superstars, our clients, our customers. But what I have found and what we're finding is the more we talk to people that have really sought out the twin flame union and that bond, that togetherness, because it's a bond that just cannot be broken no matter what. I don't care what y'all go through. It is a connection that is unlike any other. But what we found is some people are guided to do certain things that go against your values, your standards, your requirements in relationship. And that causes you two to go like this and work apart. When you take that deep dive into doing the tough work or in stepping out on faith in a way that you've never done before in relationship, and it ends up going like this. You end up like this with your twin flame instead of like this. So there's just some things that we learned that we definitely want to share tomorrow. So I hope that this has helped. I know it's kind of all over the place, I think, but stay encouraged, stay positive, and be careful about who you really share the delicate parts of what you're manifesting about or with. Not everybody appreciates the twin flame union. Not everybody believes in spiritual love, soulmate love. Not everybody is going to be happy for you either. And that's one thing that we definitely were like, oh no, wait a minute. You will find out who is really in your corner, who wants you to break up, who is working against you, who is straight up jealous and envious of you, who is willing to just sacrifice their own dignity to be with your twin flame, or how much your twin flame is afraid of that type of love and how much you are, and just a whole bunch of stuff. Who really is smiling in your face and they really don't want you together at all? Who is trying to um, find out all your business and they really are doing it with ulterior motives? There's so much. You got to be careful about the intentions being directed at you and your twin flame reunion or union, and see it for what it is, because the deception is real. The it's a trip. I mean, I tell you, it's something else. And I hope that he goes into that and shares, his side of it as a man, because he was deceived too, heavily, and recently deceived, and just said that he felt very deceived by someone he thought he could trust as a friend who really wasn't a friend. So it happens on both sides, you know. But I'm telling y'all, it is the most beautiful love that I have ever felt in my life. And if you have not found the love of your life, if you're not with that person yet, that you can say that you are each other's best friend, don't stop looking. Don't stop being open to that love, because it exists and you truly deserve it. So I hope and pray that I see you all tomorrow. Nicole just joined. All right, just joined your Facebook page. Thank you for adding me. So welcome. Awesome. I'm glad that you're going to show up tomorrow. It's at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, you know, he has a lot of things to share. So bring your questions, and I'm sure he'll answer as many as he can. And keep it real, because we're just here to help people get together. A lot of things we're just not taught about relationship, and we should be, but we're definitely going to help give strategies and just get some guidance, because I think we also need to hold each other accountable and understand that even though the twin flame union is such the fairy tale, it is not the fairy tale road to get there. It takes some effort, and it takes that togetherness. And when you guys aren't together, when you're like this, what it takes on both of your parts or one of your parts to get like this is huge. That's big. And when we're like this, when we were like this, oh honey, I was such a runner. I mean, for real. I was a runner, 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 runner. Twin flame runner. Oh my gosh. For real. I went to the chasing stage. He went to the chasing stage. He went to the running stage. We did it all. So we're just blessed that we can share that with you tomorrow. So I hope to see everybody there. Bring your questions. We're going to keep it real. It's private. So feel free, feel safe, because you are safe in our private group. Okay? So, all right. I love y'all. I will see you tomorrow. Get excited. Get excited, because tomorrow is the new moon in Scorpio energy, and you are manifesting great big things. So you want to make sure you're getting your affirmations together. And what are you pouring your energy into? What intention do you have that you are pouring into the universe to manifest. Remember, we use our new moon ritual here. And if you don't remember what that is, it's okay. Just go on over to our closed Facebook group, Spiritual Guidance Academy, and just search on the hashtag new moon energy, new moon ritual, new moon practice, something like that. Or just post in our group and ask for help. And we definitely are here to help you. All right. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Mwah. Happy, beautiful new moon blessings.